Hey guys, hope you're well. Let's review how the day went for me and we can chat a little bit at the end. So starting with the first trade here on screen, you can see that this trade is sped up. It took 22 minutes to play out. Here we tested the previous day equilibrium in confluence with the daily open. My entry was a bit aggressive. I was hoping to get this market structure change here that we got right now. But in the first couple of minutes, I didn't wait for the candle close. So we just wicked above the previous high. And that doesn't count as a real market structure change on the 1 minute. But we changed it after we closed a 1 minute candle above the high of that pivot to the left. So now I placed my stop above or below that low, that equal low that was made, because in my view, we didn't have any reason to go below that low anymore. And you can see here the point of control moved to the downside. But the thing is that now in this 1 minute candle, the 30-minute candle closed right on the previous day equilibrium. So right now that we close the 30-minute candle in this support level, that means that we're going to see a bounce. So we saw a bounce here and we rejected from the 50 SMA and I got scared. And now you can see that I switched the screens, but nonetheless, he has done the same thing. That was the low of the move of the day and we went much higher from that point. And it's just a pity to see that I fumbled that trade just because I was afraid and I didn't accept risk, because this trade could have made a lot of money. And yeah, moving on to the next trade. This trade is still during London session, 1 hour before New York. And this is an 8 EMA trade in a strong uptrend. I wanted to enter at limit there, but yeah, we just tested with the wick, the 8 EMA, and because price was moving higher, that meant the EMA was still rising. So that's a pattern that I saw and I'm experimenting with, because usually I try to wait for an 8 EMA test, but I noticed that sometimes we front run it by a little bit and then the price keeps moving higher and then it's classed as a hit, even though it didn't hit in the 1 minute candle. But yeah, you can see here that I placed the stop loss in profit and I took $100, so I'm $150 in profit. I shouldn't have done that. This is during the news event, the PPI. It's sped up a bit, but you can see the volatility during the news event. And yeah, my mistake here is that my trade entry idea was all right, but my mistake was not accounting for the high volatility and just allowing myself a larger stop loss before invalidation. So right now I enter with on a 1-to-1 trade here, but the stop loss is way too tight for this volatility, and I should have entered with 2 or 3 micros with 100 tick stop loss on this volatility. And yeah, that's just a mistake of mine. I entered this second trade a little bit bad. It was toward the top of the move, and I wasn't allowing myself to place a larger stop loss here. So I went $300 in drawdown. So I decided to close the trade because I was approaching my daily loss limit. So from now on, I traded on the second account. And yeah, let's see how I've done on the second account. You can see that the video, what price action done after I got stopped out, it went much higher. And this is just testament to the fact that if I would have placed a larger stop loss and I would have entered based on, the fact that we had a lot of volatility, it was normal to see those retracements. And yeah, it's just something that you should expect. It's not something that you should run away from or you can't trade. It's just being able to enter with the appropriate position size and risk management. So now I entered a 3 contract long here based off this ATMA long idea. It's a backtest in a strong uptrend. We went much higher. I shouldn't have closed the trade there because you saw in the next 1 minute candle we pushed higher. I entered both on ES and NQ here a trade. The ES trade resulted in $100 win, and the NQ trade now stopped me out. So I entered a 3 contract long here. Let's see how this plays out. I think I'm gonna get stopped out here. I was a bit too ambitious here and stubborn in the fact that, yeah, I moved my stop loss twice, but I figured if I'm gonna get stopped out here, yeah, I'm in the wrong here, so I should stop trading. And yeah, I reached $600 here, a little bit above my daily loss limit, and I decided to purchase another evaluation account. And I entered after we tested the 24 EMA here because we're still in an uptrend. We just made a lower high, and I get stopped here, but that's no problem because I'm going to enter again. And at this point, I placed my stop where I should have placed my stop to begin with, below the low, and I placed my take profit at the highs. And yeah, this trade also took a while. You're going to see that I've been patient in this trade, and I closed right at the top of the move before a pullback. So I'm pretty proud of how I managed this trade. You're not seeing the third evaluation account here on the bottom right screen. You're going to see it after this trade. But yeah, let's see how this trade played out. So at this point, I'm not seeing any sign of weakness, but now I'm starting to see a pullback. So I placed my stop there just because if we get wicked down, so I can close the trade for some profits. And now I close the trade because what's the difference between $450 and $500? So yeah, I had a loss, but now in this New York Open, I longed the New York Open. My stop loss was too tight. I got stopped out immediately, but then I entered again because we tried pushing lower and we couldn't. And right now, you can see the delta there. It's starting to turn around, and I was conscious about this fact. I could have got stopped out, but yeah, that's the trade. It's either you see the buying pressure coming in and it's continuing, or you see the fight is won by the bears and you're going to get stopped out. So that's a bit aggressive. That's a bit initiative on my behalf, just because we had a strong uptrend and I thought the probabilities for seeing higher are in my favor. So now I close the trade for a profit. I'm in $374 in profit on the third evaluation. The other two evaluation are just on the sideline because I lost in them. So right now we backtested the New York view up and I entered a one contract long here. Let's see how this plays out. I compound the trade. I enter with two contracts. I'm in drawdown. But again, we're not seeing the buying pressure. So now I enter with 3 contracts because I just compounded the trade because my trading idea is not invalidated and I'm seeing what I wanted to see in this trade. So bears trying to push it lower, but they couldn't. So eventually bulls are stepping in and taking control and pushing price higher. So this is a really good trade in my opinion with the compound and all. I'm really proud of it. So yeah, I made, I think, $600 in this trade. So now I'm $900 in profit on this eval, on the third eval. So right now, this is the ES chart. We're backtesting the ATMA in confluence with the overnight high, but I took a trade on the NQ chart and I misrecorded the screen. You can see here that I won the trade. I won $200. And now I'm switching back to the ES. We pushed much higher from there. And as you can see, I entered here on the ATMA on the ES with one contract. And I'm going to get stopped at break even. And I also entered on the NQ with one contract. And here I took the same trade on both assets at the same time. But you can see that I took it with the second PA on ES. So now on NQ, I traded with the third account and I won $100 in it. And on ES, I'm still in the trade with the second evaluation account, that evaluation account that I said I'm not going to trade anymore. And I get stopped at break even. But then again, I enter with 3 contracts because I thought I'm on the third account. So this trade, I get stopped out. So it's a loss. And I'm going to incur the loss on my second evaluation account, that one that had $600 in it. So I'm going to end the day at negative 900. It's a bit above my daily loss limit for that account. But yeah, it's just my mistake. I didn't pay attention. I thought I was still trading the third evaluation account. So nothing I can do at this point due to it because of it. So this is how I ended the day. I made some money on the third evaluation account and I got stopped on the first and second evaluation accounts. The first one I was in profit and I traded impulsively the news event. So that was my mistake because I lost a couple of trades really fast due to my poor risk management and inappropriate position size and inappropriate stop loss size. Because the volatility was so high, it just made sense, and I just figured that afterwards. It would have been better to be conscious of this before entering the trade, but yeah, I can't change anything now, so the best I can do moving forward is learn from my mistakes and not repeat the same mistakes moving forward. And I could have also been a bit more patient and just enter on the ATMA retest as I've done on the first, on the trade that won after the first couple of losses. So I also was a bit in a rush because, yeah, no point in discussing why, but yeah, that's just what happened. I was a bit in a rush. So yeah, moving forward, I traded the New York session pretty good. I'm really proud of it. So I'm also proud of the fact that I respected what I said, that my goal is not to make money. My goal is, if I'm losing, to stop at the daily loss limit, to preserve my account. So in this way, I'm trying to put focus more on the fact that all of this money that I'm making, it doesn't matter if I'm going to have a day which will result in me blowing an evaluation on or performance account, a PA. So in that sense, if I'm going to hit my daily loss limit, I'm just going to trade a different account and I'm not gonna copy trade anymore. There's no point in that, because yeah, I can make enough money, as you see, in one trading account. If I'm respecting the rules and I'm taking good trades, I can make $1,000 just in one account. So I don't need 4 or 5 accounts to make $1,000, because if I start bad or if I make a mistake, that's just compounded, or that's just multiplied by 5 or by 10 or by a large number, and the loss is too much for me to just like be objective and trade without going on tilt. So from this point moving onward, I think this rule is going to stick, because I really like how it feels right now when I hit my daily loss limit to just stop trading on that account and take a new one. And if I hit the daily loss limit on that one, yeah, then it means that I'm trading bad and I should stop trading. But if I'm confident and comfortable trading moving forward, that's just me giving myself another chance to succeed. And yeah, right now my account balance is 51K on the first eval, 49,300 on the second eval, and 51.2K on the third eval. I bought another eval, so I have 4 evals moving forward. So tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to have 4 chances of losing $400 on my daily loss limit. But yeah, I'll try to be more patient, to focus on the good trades and just pass an evaluation account. And yeah, I'm taking it slow. I'm not in a rush. I don't want to lose evals in one day. And yeah, these are the hard lessons that just come after a lot of losses. And hopefully with these changes, I'm going to be able to change my focus from making a lot of money in one day on one account to seeing it as a journey and seeing making the most out of 20 trading days that I have available for me and all of the chances that the market presents. And yeah, it's, I think, just better this way. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let's start a conversation. Let me know if you're doing something different, if you're doing the same thing that as I'm doing. Let me know how you're dealing with tilt and just staying in control of your trading emotions and your decisions. Because for me, this is the most subjective part of trading that is dependent on our personality and on each of us, each of our life and life choices. And yeah, it's something that we can learn from each other and we can help each other advance. But just for me, looking back, it's good that I made these changes and I'm proud. And hopefully if you're new to my channel and you're watching this, hopefully you can draw some inspiration from my decisions and from my approach to trading the future market. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out, guys. Catch you in the next one.